Sick. Welcome to the podcast. I don't know which number it is. Nick,
117.
do you know what number this podcast?
117.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, we made a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, and we're all great.
That's amazing.
Thank
People really care about our ideas and stuff.
you.
What?
That looks like it's barely at any volume.
Well, that's just the backup. We have lapel mics now, provided to you by X5. Can I just talk about X5 for a second? Do
Sure.
you know the story of X5?
Yeah, they email us.
Yeah. So first of all, it's a Chinese company, and they have like wireless systems, and then but suspiciously American names, like Cindy
Oh, yeah,
was
that's a known tactic.
was a rep,
Rep.
and yeah. So it started with the wireless guitar system where we did a demo for it, and I've used it like twice, and I don't know, I couldn't tell the difference at home being like with the short cable away from that amp, and that was cool. But then they asked us, like, do you want us to send you other shit? And I was just like, fuck yeah. And they're like, lapel mics. So we got these lapel mics.
And we did a skit with them, and then we messed it up.
Yeah, we messed it up. It was all clipping. We set them up too hot.
We'll do more.
But then they're like, you want, and then like, but every time like it's a different person writing me. So it's like Janice. And and then it's like, it's the introductory like email again and again. But every time I just choose something else from their catalog and they send it to me. But then they send me like these in-ear monitors. And I just don't know how to make a demo for in-ear monitors. It's like, sounds so dope. You won't believe it. Oh my God. The tone. It's in my head, bro.
Just play your amp pretty loudly.
Just like on 10, like 100-watt
And have it
Marshall.
in, yeah.
It's like, oh my God. It's like you're there. You feel the size.
I can hear everything on stage.
Yeah, it'll be perfect for my church gig. Hail Satan! Yeah, but yeah, so that's cool. So shout out to X5 is
What else can they send us?
Huh?
What else can they send us?
They,
blower.
Oh, that's the lift blower company?
yeah. So another company was just like, you know, we have.
Wait, it's the same company? Or
Yeah, it's like
different
you
one?
make. We love your.
It's a different one.
It's
Oh.
yeah, but that they didn't. I gave them.
Why didn't they?
I gave them
send
the
to
address.
us?
I really was excited about. It's like, you know, the email was like, we saw your content. It's awesome. It was, you know, it was pretty non-specific, but I really feel like they love guitar somehow. Like I was reading in between the lines.
No, I think we're just kittens.
Yeah,
Oh.
competition is stiff. But anyway, they're like, we make a wireless leaf blower, which is great. You don't want a wire when you're blowing leaves. You're outside, and I was thinking maybe it's like X5. Maybe they're using the same technology, just like under a different name because they know how to get rid of cords.
Yeah.
But I just had this vision of me just cranking it, just blowing on this wall of guitar, like bang on the wall. But I'm very excited about brand deals, especially ones that are not directly related to guitar.
The music,
Yeah, it's just so good.
like birch gold.
I would love to have a bar of gold here.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Bolian.
These or something.
I wear MeUndies for like without them fucking with me.
Yeah, but you don't talk about it usually.
Yeah, you should start bringing up your underwear more.
I mean, I love them. Everybody in the gym thinks that I'm gay, because I get that.
Which is true and nothing bad about it.
Nah, I know. I just all my designs are just like crocodile heart monkeys. kind of
Crocodile, yeah.
thing.
Cocks.
Yeah. They're just like a bunch of guys ass fucking. It's very meta.
Which is nothing wrong about that.
No, why would it be wrong?
No.
Yeah,
So, it's great.
yeah. No, but that's the MeUndies Valentine's
What's
Day
the name of
special.
podcast again? I forgot.
Real music.
Music Real Talk.
Real music cock.
Only music. Music all day, every day.
Yeah, I stopped smoking the weed or eating it.
Oh, why? How dare you?
Well, you
How
know,
many gummies do you have left?
so many.
So,
I actually
So you can't really stop.
I wanted to do I wanted to just give you one of the edibles, and not tell you anything about it, because like this friend of my parents gave it to me, and she's like, this one, like, you know, be careful with this one. It's just like a big cookie. I was just like, why? It's like, it's 100 milligrams. It's just like, oh boy.
I don't know what it means.
I'm still gonna give it to you then.
Didn't I? Didn't I eat so much weed? The other, like one time we were together. I remember like we were in a hotel room or something.
I
It happened
remember.
a few times.
I
I don't
remember.
know. It means.
I remember when you were. We were in West Virginia,
Oh
and
yeah, I know
and,
that gig.
and somebody like gave you like, they gave us 2 cookies and you ate like one and a half, and then they came back and they're like only have a bite, like I only have like a tiny
No,
bite.
no. They gave each one of us a cookie or a brownie,
Yeah.
and I think a brownie, and I ate mine, and I was like, "It's yours, you pussy," and you're like, "No, my body's a temple," something like that. I don't even
You're paraphrasing a little bit.
You with your cock
A
under
garden.
there.
something like
A
that.
garden. I want my boyfriend to dig it.
Yeah, and
My body's a temple and you're Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
yeah. So like, fuck it, I'll eat it. So I ate two, and then he came and told us you were only supposed to.
Yeah,
have
just
a
like
bite.
that. Just take a
And-
little
and
bit and put
that
so much weed in.
night-
I ate like a little like 16th of the cookie, and I was so fucked up, and I kept looking at you, and you were just you were. Then he became nonverbal. He was smearing shit
No,
on the wall.
I was fine. Okay, I was fine in the gig, but when
Yeah,
we
'cause-
got to the house, I was in the room. I remember it so vividly. I felt like every time I was under the cover, it was like the universe. And then I take it
The first
off.
thing, it was like 20 degrees in there, and you were just sitting
it?
there like shivering like a shrimp, and I gave you a blanket, and you were very grateful.
Yeah, and anyway, I kept wanting to go to pee, and then I went, and I came back down, and I forgot if I went to pee already. So I was like, oh, just in case, I'll go up and pee. And I would go, I was like, oh, that looks familiar. And I went down. I was like, did I imagine it, that I just went pee?
Yeah.
Pee? And I just kept going up and
Yeah.
down.
No, I remember the first time you did a dab.
Oh my God. How long was I sitting there? It was between half a second to 10 hours that I was thinking after I did the dab.
It was a jam band purist and Maxine on the road, and Blake did one too, and he just lost his
Well,
mind.
he asked us, did you ever smoke hash oil? And I was like, no, I never did. And we thought it was something else. We thought it was like the thing you vape, right? That's what you thought.
Yeah, I was not partaking that day.
I know, but that's what you thought when we talked about it, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I never did. I was like, oh, you, and both you and him were like, okay, you have to. And he went to get it. And then we came, and after I did it, both of us realized that I did dabs. Because before, we didn't realize
Well,
it
the
until-
funniest thing is that like you were smoking, like it was like lighting it up for you, and you were like physically and mentally not prepared for the amount of smoke that's about to come out of your body.
Well, it did like
So-
the blowtorch thing.
I know,
That's,
I
you
know, but like it was so funny because like you're like a real puss when it comes to smoking anything. Like you always
Oh, yeah,
cough.
of course.
But then,
I hate smoking.
but he was just like he took like this little thing and like and like he just looked like like an ill dragon.
It was-
He was just like throwing up smoke, basically.
I laid
Just like-
there, I
and-
felt my teeth buzzing, and I was thinking, I'm becoming dumber by the millisecond. That's what I
Yeah,
was thinking.
and this lady
like,
was
I'm-
making us
I'm
like a Mexican
so-
feast, and
I couldn't even speak Hebrew. I was
yeah,
so
it was
high.
just like he kept being like.
Alright,
He
alright.
would look at me and like try to like look at me like for like to translate to the rest of the people what he's trying to say, but he was just like,
I couldn't speak Hebrew. It was so bad. And Blake was freaking out. Blake was
Yeah.
outside freaking out.
Yeah, he went out. He went out for
because
the
he
walk.
wanted to go to a hospital, but he called his friend to get him off a ledge.
did I ever tell you the first time we took Blake on tour? He made us take him to the hospital, and then he was like, "There's shit in my, there's blood in my shit." He kept showing us pictures of his shit with blood in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah. Memories.
Yeah.
Anyways, how did we get here? Weed? Oh yeah. I don't know. I just sort of overdoing it a little bit.
Yeah, but it makes the gig so much fun.
Gigging?
Yeah.
I don't understand how people play jazz gigs sober. It's like, because nobody cares. at all. Whatever. I mean, you know what it was? I think because I was thinking like we're cute, like we have this cute, uppity energy, but then it's like a lot of
Uppity cuties.
we're uppity cuties. Like look at these
We're
jazz.
patooties. Look at the jazz patooties.
Look at these jazz cutie patooties having fun on the gig, laughing. Like we still get through the tunes, okay, and like
Sort of.
yeah, we make it. We make it to the end of most tunes, and but there's a lot of homeless people with the same energy.
No.
Like a little crazier. It's a little more extreme.
A little bit more mad.
Yeah. Well, the only difference is we smell better. But
Yeah, we
it's
can.
it's just like the belligerent energy is I don't know. I would say it's off-putting, but somebody needs to pay attention to you to be off-put by you. So a jazz gig is the perfect place for being high
I just
because
don't understand
nobody
most gigs.
even looks.
I just don't understand most gigs.
Gigs in general.
I
Jazz
told you,
gigs?
I a lot of times I want to just lay on the floor and go to sleep and wake up and the gig is over.
But it's kind of fun.
No, because I'm tired.
Yeah,
And
because
no-
you're so high.
No,
When you play
before.
these gigs.
No, actually, before when I'm high, I'm having a better time. I'm talking about before I got high. We used to get high on those gigs. That I would be like, why? What are we doing? And I was tired. I was like, what are we doing?
It's only when you remember your what being in an actual band is. But for a lot of people, this is what performance is. You know what I mean? That's all they have. So you learn. I think you learn a sort of. It's kind of like a type of autism that you develop. You know what I mean? Where it's like, it doesn't matter what.
So developmental autism, not one you get from vaccines.
Yes.
Oh no! I forgot to on YouTube.
Excellent.
AI is gonna get you.
Going according to
Great.
plan.
Well, we need to get RFK on this podcast now. It's our only way to fame.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. No, but yeah, but it's kind of like you get this tunnel. You get into this tunnel vision podcast where it's like it doesn't matter how people perceive me. What matters is like how I like it.
I think it's more of a tunnel of I gotta be professional. It's like, that's my job.
To me, the moment I wear
That's my job, and I gotta be professional. I have to do my job. Just like some people go to the office. I'm gonna go to my office and be a pro.
I'm gonna make this an event.
yeah, I feel like the moment I put a suit jacket on, I'm like Clark Kent.
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, professional. Yeah. It's over, and then it's like, give me the weed, let's drink whiskey, play. It's like I'm Superman again. Fuck you, bitches.
Yeah.
I'm out. But yeah, it's so stupid because it's just DJ run. It's a DJ. The jazz gig world in Chicago is a.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah. Is a DJ run industry. Ooh. You don't even know how to tape the lapel to yourself. X5, I don't know. I don't
They
know.
need to invest in X5 tape.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great for a lot of things, actually. We'll tape a lot of things in the house. Yeah. We need a tape endorsement.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like the fact that it's like a DJ run industry and you have to like ask DJs for gigs as a jazz musician, it's very humiliating.
Yeah, and we talk about a lot, but John is killing it somehow.
Yeah, because he dresses nice. He has charts. Do you have charts? Do you own a real book?
I'm off the charts.
Do you own a real book?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
When was the last time you looked at a real book?
That's a great question. I don't know. Why would you look at a real book?
I don't know either.
Okay.
Nick, you looked like you had something to say.
No, I was just going to say if you want to look at one, then you can look at that one there.
At what?
You can look over there.
Oh, my real book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Real books are all the rave. No, I think charts are an important part of being professional reading. Because it's like, it makes the people that are paying you, it looks like you're working.
Honestly, the only way to be a professional is to play not with your friends.
Yeah. I think actually I realized something about our lack of success over the years networking was because we were always together, and like even in the band, like when we were not, like we wouldn't, the dynamic of our band was never professionals on like some sort of like even plane trying to get along. It was always like this Lord of the Flies kind of dynamic with the rhythm section. Like we'd be like in a like high school like friend group where some people would just be the recipients of a lot of shit, and there would be some what do you call that when like people in
Bullies?
hazing?
Oh, yeah,
There would be some light hazing, sometimes intense hazing, but that was the dynamic, and like a lot of people, especially like in Fusion and like so the people you meet on like Cruise to the Edge, everybody in the band has this like this weird attitude towards each other, like respect.
No, we're
And,
just not friends. It's you can.
Yeah,
you
and
can,
distance. They have distance.
They don't.
They're not intimate.
Trying to think about how to say it without. It's like they don't. They don't like seeing us having fun. It's
Yes.
all the waitresses that go later to their boyfriends.
And complain about like they're polite to the patron's face, and then they complain.
Yeah,
about
so
it
they
too.
don't want to see their boyfriends having fun
Right.
at the table. Even when we eat between the gigs and we drink, and we have too much fun. It's like they don't. This is not a place for fun. It's a place of business.
Yes.
And it's just, this is just the way with gigs, and that's the problem when you sit with your friends. I don't think me and you specifically had a huge issue with our career like that, because I feel like it's not if you release us alone to the wild, we will mingle so great with this type of person.
No, but we would be like you would be, I wouldn't say fake, but guarded with your
But
words.
a lot of stuff comes out, maybe we need to bring your wife and ask her if you ever said crazy shit on a dinner party.
I have.
At a dinner party. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's
I
like you
have.
keep yourself a little bit, and then you imagine you see an opening. You're like, ah!
Yeah, but like it's even in a dinner party is a good example, because when I'm surrounded by fucking normies, then like then I
We can understand us, man.
yeah, but it's true. Like I would say one crazy thing, and then kind of feel how awfully it landed. But like when I have like two people kind of laughing at what I'm doing, I can go on. I feel like I'm
Yeah.
building some momentum, and then I'm just like, and then I tell them about the guy who like drank his piss, and then that usually.
That's always that.
I remember when I told the story about the piss drinker at the playground to some dads, and they were just like looking, like they were looking not at me, but they were looking around me for some
See if
reason.
somebody hears.
Not even like to see like where like my caretaker is, like it's like somebody's supposed to
Maybe
take me
about time to
away.
be like, does he have a kid?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a different wavelength. I have learned through like Hannah's friends' parents to keep my mouth shut on some things. It took a long time though. Like coming fresh from touring to like hanging out with parents was not a graceful move for me. It was rough. There's a lot of things you can't talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it seems so natural for people to be like, I'm around that energy all the time. Like, yes, I went grocery shopping today. And
I tell you,
there
it's
was
stories.
great sale on bananas.
It's funny stories, quote unquote, that you know how the story ends the first sentence.
Yes.
But you have to sit there for 5 minutes. And then I look at other people and they laugh at the end of it. And it's like, fuck all of you.
I
I don't know if they're really laughing.
yeah, I was
You know me.
Spicy, dank individuals.
I was telling
Oh,
telling
yeah.
the Osuza story to like Sammy, like you don't know, but anyway, like one of the parents
Yeah.
at Hannah's daycare, and he was like not laughing, and I was just like, this is the funniest
Did you
thing.
try to do Osuza?
I'll tell the Osuza story.
Okay.
I'm talking to the people, not to you, Nick.
You just stole my story for life.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
You think everything on tour just happened to Danny?
Do you notice you're not on camera? It'll be you don't have a microphone and you're not on camera.
Yeah.
How are you gonna tell a story?
Whatever.
Everybody, if you like the story, then go fucking suck Nick, please.
Nick has a short temper now that he's like weighing 7 pounds.
He's just hungry.
I know he's hungry all the time, but looking shredded, Nick. Good job.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, we were playing. No, I'm just saying it's going to be behind the camera. He's obese. He weighs 750 pounds. We were playing.
Not.
We were playing Billy Corgan's restaurant, which is also hilarious.
Madame Zuzu's.
Yeah. Billy Corgan sat me and Nick down, introduced himself. It was the funniest shit in the
That's
world.
also a Japanese name.
Yeah. And he's like,
They don't talk
it's
about
like,
it.
let me
Zuzu
introduce
Tomato.
He's like, hello, let me introduce myself. Name's William. So
He
good.
kind of put his hand out slow for the handshake.
Yeah.
This is a
Is
weird.
he there every time or is just for the CS play?
Name's William. No, is that last couple of times the first time I saw him there. But yeah, he's a Smashing Pumpkins dude, and it's so funny. It's just like, fans call me Billy. Name's William. But anyways, we're playing a spot, and me and Nick are finishing up, and I go to get a coffee, and this old Japanese man comes up to Nick, and he's holding a harmonica, and he says, "Osuza, hoi, Osuza."
I don't tell the story like that. Only Danny does the voice. Continue.
Yeah. Yeah. So Nick says, "Hello, Souza." Nick Larson, pleased to meet you. And he goes,
Hello, pleasure to meet you.
Hello, pleasure to meet you. He goes, Souza. And I'm drinking my coffee from the other side of the room, and they start playing together. And it's, how would you describe it, Nick?
Oh, it was horrible.
Modern.
It was horrifying. It was very modern. And the old man, like his whole family was there, and you could tell.
Military garb too. You remember that?
Yeah. He had medals on.
Which army?
Korea. But
Is it a Japanese man that fought with the Korean army in the United States?
it's very random. But he was horrified. You could tell that he's not used to bombing that hard. He was horrified. And he gets off the stage, and they both played like blues in C. And because after he introduced himself, Souza, Nick Larson, pleased to meet you. Nick goes, let's play a blues in C. And he goes, Souza. And and then his, granddaughter?
Yeah.
A young lady comes up to Nick and she goes, he tried to play O Susanna. How can you not find that funny?
You know what it reminded me?
It's what? Because he's Japanese? It's racist? Is
What?
this racist? Why
That was racist because he wasn't Japanese.
he wasn't?
He was a Korean guy. That was the thing that was odd.
Yeah.
Just locking him and then being like, wait a second.
Yeah.
You know what's funny that I just remembered? That we were in Nashville, eating our favorite pho place in Nashville.
Yeah.
And Blake is our previous drummer, so I'm already in the band for 2 years. And he asked me if I was in the Russian army, when I was in the army. And I told him, where do you think I'm from? He said, Israel. Why would I be in the Russian army? Well, I don't know. Don't you miss him sometimes? This is, to me, one of the craziest things that literally happened to us on tour is just having him on tour.
That was the best.
One of the craziest things in our lives. It's
But one of my favorite moments was when we were sitting in North Carolina, around at the party, like with the voiceover guy.
Yeah.
And we're all like, they're trying to be polite, so the conversation sort of like passing in a circle. And Blake felt odd that he wasn't talking for too long, so people were kind of like doing, like, saying things.
Looking at him,
and then like just a moment of quiet. And they look at Blake, and he goes like, computers. And Danny looks at him. He's like, computers? Computers what? He's like, ah.
I remember he had the same night. He picked up a book upside down, and it was The Idiot by Dostoevsky. And I was like, can it be more perfect?
Yes, if he tries to read out loud.
Yeah.
Uh,
He was so crazy. I remember he was there with a chick. He had a chick obsessed with him, which was also crazy from Dallas.
mm-hmm.
And I remember I was giving them dating advice, both of them, and I told them maybe she should find somebody that speaks English next time. This guy was so crazy. He was so crazy.
It's hard. That's the Blake effect is.
It's a million stories in a row.
The Blake effect is when you tell 3 stories, it sounds like you are a bully,
Like
and
you're
a
the
horrible
asshole.
person, and when you tell 300, it's like, how did you live like that?
Yeah.
You know, because this is our everyday. It was a psychotic period of our life.
Yeah.
Really, really.
He
good
was in the
times.
band for almost 4 years.
Yeah,
No, 4 years,
yeah.
which is insane.
It's amazing. It's literally like he's like the really like unimpressive version of Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
It's like without all the historical achievements. Just kind of played drums okay sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. It's amazing. Like I still think about like how in some ways he was the best drummer we had.
Yeah, we had a show in Bismarck, North Dakota. Was it Bismarck?
Well, I played the drum solo, the crazy drum
Like
solo.
the best drum solo I ever had in my life over Splow.
Yeah, just crushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you
like
could
it's
do-
like a
you could do-
lottery raffle.
Yeah, you could do that or you can just completely crash.
Yeah, no, the best one was I think like in Redding, California. We were playing and he brought in,
Oh, that was the night in
He-
Bismarck. It was the night that he freaked out at you
yeah,
because Danny left.
fucking daddy, yeah.
He wasn't ready to go to bed yet, and we went to a hotel room. We got a hotel from the
We
venue.
told the story a bajillion times on the
Oh, we did?
podcast.
I know.
Yeah, yeah,
Ah.
yeah. But Redding is when he picked up a vet, an army vet.
Yeah.
They did drugs together, and I'm not sure which drugs, but it was like street drugs.
Yeah.
The show was so embarrassing that Danny was ashamed to go take the money, which never happens.
I did take the money, but yes, I was still embarrassed. I was like, we have to play another show there to redeem ourselves.
Yeah, and
I was nervous sliding him back, but yeah.
there was Blake disappears with this guy. It's like claimed he was an army vet, young guy, like really crazy eyes, and then they come back, and Blake is like, we are counting off just music. The beginning it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 starts with the drummer like a chill 6/8 kind of thing, funky, and he's literally playing like we counted off, and he plays with like an open hi-hat, and it's just like like this, and scream and like fuck. It's like, what is happening right now? Yeah, it looked like the fucking Muppet, like Animal, and
It is a little bit like Animal, yeah.
yeah, but the whole show he was just like slamming the drums the hardest he could,
was-
and
he was
and he
going
looked like he had
crazy.
like rigor mortis. Like
Oh my
no
god, I remember the
looseness.
lady at the end of the show. Oh wow.
Oh yeah, and this lady was like, we had this one hippie chick with glasses and like long dreads.
And she was
and
telling us
like,
horrific
dancing,
stories
and she
about
was,
her life
and, no, so in the
afterwards.
beginning she was kind of like cool. She had like long armpit hair. She was just like hanging around dancing, and she was
sounds cool.
drinking and drinking and drinking. And then she got fucked up, and she was like sitting outside
We were
on the
hanging
porch.
out,
We
yeah.
were hanging out, and she's sitting by us and she's like, fucking hate my dad. My dad fucked me. My dad. And we were just like, oh shit.
Like,
we're not.
crazy,
and
crazy,
she was
horrible
like going
stories.
on, like as she
Yeah.
was like getting belligerent about like how horrible she's
Her
young,
life is. It
how
was
horrible
horrible
his life
stuff.
is, like horrible things. And then like Blake just kind of like scoops in. Just like, hey, so what are you doing tonight? So what are you doing after this? Can I get that sweet dad action?
Oh my god, he was
Yeah, we were screaming at him, like we were reprimanding him.
God.
We were like, you do not hit on sexual abuse victims, Blake.
So crazy.
It is crazy.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I was telling that story at the playground, and everybody was appalled. I'm going to a Hanukkah party tonight, and I'm gonna try to.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to like,
Without Soraya?
yeah, smooth it out a little bit. Yeah, our neighbors.
Oh.
Yeah, we're
Do
lighting.
you like them?
Huh?
Do you like them?
No, he loves
I
them.
like my daughter hangs out with her son, and
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Is this a politician right here?
Right.
you know, I like them. They're fine. You know, it's nice. I don't know. I
Just
don't.
say yes. Say yes. Yeah.
I don't talk.
Yeah, say
I
yes.
don't
We're
talk.
best friends.
They're avid listeners.
Yeah.
I don't talk. I just chase my daughter.
We're best of friends.
I just, a lot of time, I'll be honest, like with a lot of people.
Are you gonna go to him and say, "What's up, neighbor"?
Yeah, what's up, my neighbor? But a lot of times it's just starting to talk to like people that like work for an insurance company. I just don't want to do it. You know,
Is it because what the insurance companies did to you?
do you know what it's like? Do you hang out with people you have absolutely nothing to say to?
Yeah, it happens. Yes,
I just don't
it
know.
just happened. Thanksgiving. So yeah, of course.
It's horrible. It's like, again, this thing where you
I do-
have nothing to say to
I
a
do
person.
this. Wait, I got a phone call. Oh, tick tick tick. Got to sleep.
No, you don't though.
I
You
did.
wish.
Oh,
You go home and you go to sleep.
I was in Svel home.
Oh, no. I'm saying you're at a dinner party. You're like, you have this undying urge to just be on your phone or call a friend that you have something to talk to.
No,
but
I
you have
don't.
to.
I don't let my phone be in any vicinity for me usually and stuff like that because then I would just want to be on it.
Yeah, I mean, I want it like a security blanket. 'Cause
It's
so
of
bad.
Tim, what's his name? The guy. I like his stuff. The guy that did the Pass It Forward video that I sent
Oh,
you guys.
Tim Robinson.
Tim Robinson that he has about it being on his phone.
Yeah.
It's like a hard-hitting political show. And if I feel like I'm starting losing, I just go on my phone. I got everything on my phone.
I'll
It's
sit
good
on my
stuff.
phone for hours.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes it happens to me with musicians too. Like when we were hanging with that Ethan guy, I was like, we have so much in
Which
common.
Ethan?
Ethan, the bassist.
We have
Like-
something in common. What do you have in common?
Well, we both like notes. We play jazz. That's a lot. I mean,
Yes,
that playing jazz is like, you would think that you could find common ground to talk to somebody for a year. You can't. But
no, but it comes back to what I was saying, that it's very unprofessional to have friends on gigs.
I know I'm always trying to look for this kind of connection, and they're trying to like do this like, oh my God, you like Cheetos? I love Cheetos. And like I just don't understand.
No, we're trying to do professional talk, which is like, oh yeah, did you hear? Yeah, this person is sick, man. Yeah.
Yeah, he's killing.
Oh yeah, he's killing.
He's
yeah.
killing. He's
So
killing.
sick,
That
yeah, killing.
person's killing. Everybody's killing. Yeah, there's that. I also don't
Is
understand.
there
Like,
any lingo?
yeah, Riz.
Oh, yeah.
No, not new lingo for like general in the world. I mean like for
Yes.
jazz musician.
My dad told me about Riz. He called
Your
me.
dad told you about that?
Yeah, he's like, Aviv told me a new word, Riz. I'm like, oh, cool. And
How old is Aviv?
I don't know, 12?
Is it 12?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Ish.
What is he watching? Andrew Tate. What is he watching?
And
like
he has tons
tw-
of Riz.
like every 12-year-old.
Yeah, I
In
wonder
the
if he's a
world.
Tate head. We'll see. God. Yeah, in any case, the thing that's really hard for me conversing with like
No, miss.
normies, moguls,
Simpletons.
simpletons.
So great. Yeah,
These
yeah, keep
plebeians
going.
at the park don't like me
I
talking
feel like
about
you're actually.
ramming it off somebody's hot ass.
I feel like I'm making you on. Yeah, but it's our podcast, so it's good. All right, yeah, keep going.
Yeah. No, but it's just that a conversation is not long rants that take turns. It's like a bajillion sprouts of conversation. Like it keeps starting and stopping and starting and stopping. And I always feel like it's my
that's bad because it's too much work if it goes like that.
it's a lot of times it's like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like I don't know. Like, oh, what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
When you hang
Oh,
out
blah, blah,
with other, can say other guys, yeah. When you hang out with other guys and you're a guy, and it's not your buddies, you need to have some sort of activity which you do,
Right.
and then you can talk to them. But just
Right.
talking to somebody is too much pressure. And also
Smoking
you see that
crack.
you see that yeah, some like yeah, like turn-based activity, like smoking crack, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you can see a lot of people. You see it in yoga too, when we used to go. But some people are not used to talking and having people listen to them, and it makes it that they don't know when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like we just go on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's yoga without fucking. I feel like that's the time. That's like the only these yoga instructor ladies. They're like little closing statement, like the 5 minutes at the end where they're talking a little bit.
I love it.
In the beginning, that's like the only time anybody listens to them.
I love
feel like
it.
they're really speaking from the heart. You should really pay attention to what they say.
When you used to drag us to yoga on the road, I loved the instructors that just would talk the entire time.
I mean,
I used to think it's so funny.
it's the best. It's like it's like a combination of like those quotes you see on Facebook, like inspirational quotes from Facebook mixed with like some hallmarkiness and like but the ideas are not theirs. You can tell that there's been no crystallization in the mind of that, like, you know, suburban yogi, but still they feel like this sense of ownership over them, over these big concepts, right? It's like they were just in Starbucks. They have no inner peace. They're about to get their third divorce. They're in debt. You know what I mean? Like their life is shit. They're not even good at yoga. They don't actually practice. They just got a certificate and they're teaching. But like for the 15 people there, they are the fucking Dalai Lama. And they step into that
does
character.
yoga?
No, he gives speeches.
Oh.
Sucks tongues.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it.
That's an ancient pedo-Tibetan.
Good.
Yeah.
Does the Dalai Lama fuck kids? Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
It seems like every spiritual leader needs
Fuck
to be a
kids.
creep. Yeah, like if you get to like like if you're like,
I was thinking about it, you know, because I was thinking about how every institution in, it's not just the United States, I don't think there is a way, I don't think I'll say it. So it's the same known cliche about how rich people, like you work hard and you're rich and then your kids are shit because they're spoiled and it's hard to get them. You know, my brother-in-law has that famous story that he tells, that he met Larry David on a plane, and he asked him, what do you do when you have all this money? How do you keep your kids
from being assholes?
From being assholes? And Larry's like, I don't know. I don't know. It's like, beats me. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Alma and Hannah, you're welcome. You're going to be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to struggle. But no, it's for real, and I think it's true in some ways institutions too, because a lot of the stuff that's become successful, it's because somebody came and did something awesome, like let's say Disney. But now it's such a corporation. It's like if you really have the mindset of the people that started it, like you're not going to be able to.
So you're saying you're not excited for genderqueer Aladdin?
No, I am excited for that. But, you know, for the new stuff, I'm not excited. I just hope, I'm hoping they'll do
Jasmine's going to have a twat and a pee-pee.
I'm hoping we're going to do more remakes. That's all I'm saying. You know, but it's kind of like that. You see it in Hollywood too. It's like, it's everything. It's every corporation. It's not just in art.
Yeah.
You see it in jazz. You can't have, like, bands that are successful and they keep going somehow, or institutional, it's very quickly it becomes nothingness.
Yeah.
Like and when they take over the scene, when it's really nothing, when you really got a bunch of people that are not unique anymore in any shape, way, or form, other than their ability to shut the fuck up and go like this and be like, you're killing, then it's like that's it, you're golden. You will never lose your funding because you can just switch. You're not dependent on one person anymore. You can just rotate 1 million people if necessary. So,
right.
Yeah, it's a problem.
All right. We should wrap up. Join our Patreon.
I
Our Patreon
was planning
is
on talking about
the
your guitar
shit.
playing. This entire podcast, we talked about it before
What do
we
you
started.
want to say about my guitar
No,
playing?
now it's too late.
Next
for that.
podcast, we'll talk about my guitar playing.
Yeah.
Okay, but join our Patreon. That's the shit.